We're going to build simple application to study Android lifecycle. So that will be application printing in the logcat, and also this application will be playing music using MediaPlayer. Alright, so let's build this application now. For this purpose, we create application that would be override the following method: on create, on start, on restart, on resume, on pause, on stop, on destroy. So let's create an application to keep track of different lifecycle methods. So we're coming back to the basic application, hello world, but with the name exploring lifecycle. So go back to main activity, and we have already created protected void on create method. So this method is called when activity is first created. So we will continue to work with this, and we add some more method. So the second method will be protected void on start. We have to call super on start for this method. And that's actually what we have to do right now at this moment. So it's a good idea to have that override statement, because we want to follow the same method signature as it used in base class. So after on start, we create protected void on resume, and also in resume we will call version of superclass. So the next method will be on pause. So I just simply copy this method and rewrite again. The next method will be on stop. One method will be on destroy. So don't forget to change the appropriate version from superclass for the on stop and on destroy. And actually we're done with basic structure. So we have on create, on start, on resume, on pause, on stop, on destroy. One more thing we can add on restart. On restart will be called when application will be restarted again. Alright. We created all this method, and now we want to discover how the system calls them, in what sequence, in what order. We want to print information from each of those methods. And since it will be maybe more convenient to print in logcat window, so the logcat window it's a runtime output for the Android application. So it's a good idea to present those logcat messages in each of the methods. So how to do it? How to print information from method on create. For example, in on create we will be using log class, and .i will be information level of log class. So don't forget to press Alt Enter to import log class. So in this case we want to put a pattern, for example lifecycle, the pattern for the message, and actually the message itself we want to say. And what we will say on create called. So this message will be called in logcat window when we run application, and on create will be when on create is called. So I'll copy this message for every method, and I only change the name. Because you cannot call this method before on super. on stop called, on destroy called, and on restart called. Alright, so let's run application right now and see what happened in the logcat. So application is runnable right now. We don't have any information in that GUI, but we do need to find information in runtime logcat messages. So what we will do right now, so we want to check logcat for the lifecycle messages, lifecycle patterns. So we can type here LifeCycle, and the system will print only the messages with this pattern, with this level. So we will see that on create is called first, and on start is called second, and on resume is called the third. So this is what actually we have when application gets started. So let's try right now to change device orientation by switching from portrait to landscape, and you see what's happened with the lifecycle method. On pause was called, then on stop called, on destroy, then basically on create, on start, on resume again. So it means like when you change device orientation, basically the current activity is going through the on pause, on stop, on destroy sequence, and then recreate again. So we go back right now, and you see the same again on pause, on stop, on destroy, on create, on start, on resume. So what happens when you press the button that send application to pause? So you see like we press the right button and we see the on pause, on stop code. So when you pressed on this application again, so the application is restarted, then start and resume again. And finally, if you press this button to exit application, we see the on pause, on stop, on destroy code, and the application is not available at this moment. The application was terminated by calling on destroy. Right now I'm going to add some music to the application, so I want to see how the music player will be interact with Android LifeCycle callback method. So for this purpose I already brought MP3 file, and I want this MP3 file to be in raw folder. So this is what I did. I just copied this file here, copied, and copy paste this file to the folder with name raw. So how to do it? Just simply press right click on the res and create new directory with the name raw and copy paste this file. So we're going to play this file using MediaPlayer. So create a MediaPlayer variable, and this variable will be global. So let's also create a text view that will be displaying the result of playing onto the screen. And in our onCreate method, we'll start MediaPlayer resource. We'll create MediaPlayer resource based on current context and resource from the raw folder. So resource from raw folder will be in form of r.raw. The name of the MP3 file without extension as resource. And finally we have to start MediaPlayer and probably update our txt, but before updating txt we have to bring this to the layout. So I just probably make it very fast to bring here txt, make this txt a little bit bigger, Android dot text size, and make it, for example, 36 dp. I guess it will be enough for me to to see what's going on, to connect find view by ID to this resource. I don't really remember what is the name of my resource. I will go to text view and then update it in XML. Alright, so one more line, and we going to set text in form of plain. TXT cannot be find by ID before setting content view to the layout, so I have to do it after layout, after setting content view. Let's run again. So here the music is playing right now, and you see how the life cycle started on create called, on start called, on resume called. So let's right now trying to exit application, pressing this button. This application is exited, but on pause and stop destroyed code, but we still have a music running, so we have to fix this. So in this case, when we exit application, on stop method is called, so we have to probably stop the music in on stop method. So let's try again. Yeah, right now we have a perfect situation. The music is stopped. So what's happened if application on pause and destroy and destroy? It will not be on destroy, it will be just on pause. So let's run application again, and trying to put on pause, pressing this button. So you see, when you press the button, the on pause and on stop is called and music is stopped. But you trying back to the playing, it's nothing happened. So in this case, you have to go and modify resume method. Start here. Here we have a txt.setText, and another method will be on stop. You will have here probably txt.setText, and probably on pause we have to do the similar things. We have to pause the music. So when we need to pause the music, we have to call on pause. So I will do the same txt.setText pause the music. Now don't forget to pause music by itself. MediaPlayer dot pause. Alright, so we have on resume, on pause, and on stop. So let's run again and see what happened. You see, like we have resume music coming from resume method right now. When we rotate the phone, probably we would have music from the same position when we rotate the phone, but actually for this application we don't have this goal. Might be need to do some more work on MediaPlayer side. Okay, so it was a video how to play music and study Android lifecycle. Thanks a lot.